Namaskar, parents. Parents, today we have compiled this video with the aim to help you train your child better for potty training. A child who has a diagnosis of autism, particularly, faces a lot of different issues. Every child may come up with his own unique sensory issue or problem when related to understanding the concept of potty training, right? So we've tried to, whatever we have seen with our own children in the center, we have tried to compile this video based on that. Number one, I would like to say that start early. That is very important. Do not keep waiting. Start as early as possible the potty training procedure. Number one. Number two, if you want to train your child to do potty, you will have to get rid of the diaper. You know, a lot of parents complain that my child goes to the toilet, he sits on the potty seat, but he doesn't do, he holds it. But the moment he comes out, he searches for the diaper. The moment I make him wear the diaper, he does it in the diaper. So basically the child has associated potty with the diaper and not with the potty seat, right? So first, very important thing is that you will have to get rid of the diaper. That is extremely important, right? That diaper has to be out of sight completely. The next thing is, when you are training your child for potty training, do not train the child to sit on those baby pots that are available. The final thing where the adults, where you, the potty seat or the commode that you use, the parents use in the house, should be where you should train the child also. If you first train the child to go and sit on that small seats that are available for kids, and then you will have to make the transition from that small pot to the real commode, so it is another big challenge. So train the child on the seat that is permanently there in your toilet. Do not make that transition step. No, directly on that seat. That seat is an adult seat which is usually available. So you can see it. I'll be putting the link also, and as you can see, you can put this seat on top of your commode seat to make that hole small and for the child to be able to sit there comfortably and without fear, right? Now there are many sensory issues that our children face. Certain children are very scared of that hole, the hole of the commode, specifically of the Indian type of toilet. So I would say that try to train your child on the Western seat. If you don't have a Western setup, there are chairs available, you know, so you can put it on the Indian toilet, and there's a chair, and the child sits on that chair and then does the potty. That makes it a little comfortable for the child. Now, why is the child scared of that potty seat? Because there's depth involved, right? Some children are very scared of that, the coldness of that seat. Some children do not like their legs hanging while they are sitting. The toilet, the seat is a little high on the height, so they don't like their legs hanging. Some children are very scared of the flush, the sound of the flush and the water gushing in. Some children are very scared of the tiles in the bathroom. The toilet has a very cold atmosphere. The floor is wet, the floor is cold, the tiles are bright and shiny. These are some issues that really affects the child, right? So firstly, you have to make this place a little more conducive and comfortable for your child. How? If your child doesn't like the tiles or doesn't like the flooring, you can put a mat. You can put a nice cushioned mat, or there are these rubber mats that are available. You can cover the toilet seat till the commode for the child to walk on that mat, right? If your child doesn't like the feel of the pot, you can just take a towel, cut it in the size of the toilet seat and stitch it. You can make a cover for that seat so that the child doesn't put his bum directly on that cold surface. There is some cushioning available. If you can see that, if the seat that I have just shown you, the picture, that also has a cushioning there, right? Some children are scared, they are not able to balance. So keep a stool beneath their legs so their legs are not hanging. There are handles available, so you can give them those handles to hold on to while they are sitting. If those handles are not there, the mother or somebody can stand beside the child on one end, on one side, and the other side the child can take the support of the wall. So a little support will be needed, right? You can put stickers of cartoon characters, if your child, some children are very obsessed with animals, some are very obsessed with alphabets, numbers. Cover your wall, make it a little colorful. If your child doesn't like that tiles, those shiny tiles, you can just cover it with a curtain. Or you can put so many stickers and posters that it gets very nice and colorful. If your child likes flashcards, your child likes books, even give that. Come on, sit there and take that book and browse through it. Both of us will browse. Mummy and baby both will browse. Right? So make it conducive for your child. Understand what it is that is affecting your child. Why is he so scared? Right? Then there are some children who sit on the pot, who are comfortable in that toilet environment. Nothing bothers them. But they do not understand that they are supposed to do the potty there. That they do not understand. They sit there for some time, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But they come out, and the moment they are out, they find some corner or some place and they do the potty there. So they are not able to cognitively understand that what is the purpose of that place. So this I would advise that instead of telling the child is not able to understand. Give the child visual demonstration. When the mother is doing potty, when the father is doing potty, if the child has some siblings, when they are doing potty, let the child visualize. Let him see what is happening. It may sound a little and it may look a little weird, but those visual demonstrations are more effective. This one of my mother told me that, my child, she was so on the go always that I could not even leave her for a second. That child was so hyper initially before the diagnosis that the mother was so scared that what my child will do, that even when she used to go to pee or to do her susu or her potty, she would take the child along with her in the toilet. So the child used to visualize that, okay, my mother sits here and does it. So after months of visualizing, the child understood that she is also supposed to do it there. And she started doing it. Our children are visual learners. They understand visually better than the listening part. The listening part is not so good. But what they can visualize, they are able to understand, process, remember, and apply. So give them those visuals. It may sound and it may feel very weird to you, but that is what will work. Give them demonstrations. Let them see you doing the potty. It is okay. Right? Then there are some children who do not evacuate all at once. They do not do their potty at one go. No. They will keep doing little throughout the day. There are some children who do not give any indication. The mother is not able to understand by any form of body language that my child is about to do potty. There are certain children who do this. There are some children who, now while you are training, it is a thing that will take time. You will put the child on the pot, the child will still come out and do it somewhere else, or do it in his diaper or in his chaddi or in his pants or in some particular corner. What are you supposed to do then? when the child does the potty, there is no point in arguing with the child or scolding him or getting angry. It does not register. What will register is that if your child does potty 10 times a day, okay, fine. You did it in your underwear, you take that potty, wrap it in a tissue paper, keep it on the floor. Make the child pick up his potty himself. Let him feel that yuckiness, that texture, the smell. Take him to the toilet. He will put that potty in the commode, flush, wash his hands, and then you make him sit on the toilet seat and clean his bums. If your child is doing it 4 or 5 times a day, every time if possible, if it is not possible, at least once or twice, give him this negative reinforcement. The entire process of picking up that potty, feeling that yuckiness, smelling that odor is what will act as a negative reinforcement for your child. That is what will register, that if I do this, I will be made to pick it up. And please do the cleaning part on the commode, on the pot. Do not do it here, there and everywhere. No, on the commode. Right, parents? Then one more thing that one of my mothers did, she has made some very nice 8-step flashcards. She has herself made those flashcards, which I am sharing with you. At the end of the video, I have shared those 8 flashcards. Right from the process of opening the toilet door to the process of washing your hands, coming out and shutting the door. She has made these 8 visuals that you can stick at each step. Opening the door near the door. Then the next step, wherever the child is supposed to do which step, you can just stick those posters. Those visuals have a great impact on our children, right? And whenever your child shows even this much of improvement, just 1% something good he did related to it, give him a lot of positive reinforcement. Clap for him, hug him, tell the entire house, praise him, pat him, reinforce him emotionally, positively, right? Do this for your child. And one more experience that I would like to share. There was one child who did not understand that potty is not something that he is supposed to play with. He would do potty and then he would put his hand in his potty and then he would rub it on his t-shirt, on the walls. The child did not realize that it is something dirty, did not understand. And obviously somebody's child is rubbing potty on the walls means the mother will be very, very angry. So now what to do? So 2 things basically had to be done in such a case. One, the child has to be made to understand that this is something which is chi, which is ganda, which is dirty and which is not supposed to be touched. It is supposed to be washed away. This cognition needs to be given to the child. And number 2, you need to understand that the child is enjoying that texture. It is a sensory play for that child. So he is enjoying that texture. So you have to give him similar textures from outside so that he stops enjoying his potty. So this particular child, it took us almost 2 years to train him in potty training. The mother gave him different textures like mud, textures like wet mud, the kichad, what we call in Hindi, basin mixed with water, partially kneaded dough, not properly kneaded, partially in the semi-solid state. Those textures were given to this child to play with. So this was done for his sensory seeking and for his ability to understand that this thing is not supposed to be touched. That this particular child did not like to touch dal chawal. He would not touch rice and lentils. Next, it was needed that we work on the child's cognition, his ability to understand that potty is not something which is supposed to be played with. It is a dirty thing which needs to be washed off immediately. So for this, we started associating the word chi, 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 ganda, chi. Whenever he would do something wrong, his mother, instead of scolding him, would say chi, 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 no, chi, 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 no. So started associating this chi, 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 started putting it whenever the mother wanted to tell him not to do something. She would first say chi, 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 and then no. And the same she started doing it for that potty also. And with time, slowly he started understanding that this is something which he is not supposed to play with. It took nearly 2 years to train this child for potty training, for that cognition to come and that understanding to come that it is not to be played with and that he needs to go and do it on the pot, right? So parents, start early, remove the diaper as early as possible, give the child real practical visual demonstrations, make that toilet conducive for your child, and still there multiple attempts will be needed for months, maybe years. You will have to be after the child. Do not give up. Please do not give up. It may take time. A child may take a year, another child may take a month. That is okay, but you cannot give up, right? And one more thing that I would like to say, there are certain children who are in the habit of holding on. They have anal holding. They feel the pressure, but the moment you put them on the commode, they will hold. They will not expel it immediately. For such children, using a little bit of laxative is absolutely okay. You can speak to your pediatrician and prescribe laxative, get prescription of laxative for your child, which you give the child at night so that in the morning when he wakes up, the pressure, the anal pressure is so much that even if he wants to hold on, he is not able to hold on, and you put him on the seat and he does it. Once, twice, thrice the child does the potty on the commode, that association comes. The child starts associating potty with that toilet seat and our purpose is solved, right? So, understand that what is it that my child is not able to catch? Is it the procedure? Is it the cognition? Is it the sensory issue? Is it anal holding? What is it that my child is lacking? And work diligently, consistently on it. Do not give up, right? And for children who are now trained in potty, who are telling and who are going and doing potty on the pot, the next step is the cleaning procedure. So cleaning, there are 2 ways. Again, number 1, you have to give the child visual demonstration. When you are cleaning your bum or you are cleaning the child's brother, sister's bum, show him that how you are doing it. Number 1. Number 2, potty cleaning, the child will do with a faucet. The cleaner, that thing which is attached with the pipe to the tap, that faucet, that is what the child will use. And he will use it in his dominant hand. If your child is right-handed, please let him wash his potty with his right hand. Do not try to convert it to left for potty washing. No. If your child is left-handed, fine. Then he will do it with his left hand. But if he is right-handed, he will continue. He will do the potty cleaning also with the right hand. Right, parents? So identify your child's problem and accordingly work on it. If there is some another issue that has not been addressed in this video, you can please put it in the comment box and we will surely reply to it. right, parents? So do try it at home. Try these tips. At the end of the video, I have put those 8 cards that one of my mothers had made. You can use them also. Do not give up fast. Be consistently after your child, and it is just a matter of time that he will get trained, right? So all the best. Do like this video, share it, subscribe to our channel, and let the Shakti spread. Vijay Bhava, Tatha Astu. Namaskar.